Palestine, she got to experience firsthand what they go through.
Thank you all for coming out. It really gives me heart to see so many, over 5,000 people here for the people of Palestine. And I just want to make a few personal observations, since all of the brothers and sisters who spoke before me have covered the most important points, which are that the Zionist entity is a racist, genocidal state hell-bent on driving Palestinians completely out of Palestine, and that crimes of war have been and are being committed as we speak right now. But before I go on, I'd like to note that our neighbors, some meters away from us, are playing music and dancing. They're having a party at the expense of the blood of Palestinians. It's almost as if they don't know about the 4-year-old boy whose half of his head was blown off, and his father was desperately holding him in Shifa Hospital saying, "Come back to me, Ibni." But maybe they do, and maybe they're just that sadistic. Maybe they don't know about the 4 boys on the beach that were targeted. They were targeted by the Israeli Navy that knew they were boys and nonetheless continued to slaughter them. But I think they do, because we know in Sderot they've set up couches and chairs, and they're sitting and watching the 1- and 2-ton bombs and the white phosphorus rain down on Gaza, murder the people of Gaza, and they're loving it because they are sadistic and criminal Zionists. I was in Gaza in 2008 and 9 when the first major offensive in the last 5 years began, the first major massacre in the last 5 years began. I saw with the medics, I saw medics get slaughtered by dart bombs. I saw human beings of all ages be slaughtered. It was as indiscriminate as it was in 2012 when I also witnessed it, and it's even worse now. And the word indiscriminate, I think we should really take note. The corporate media, their Zionist lackeys, the paid-off media, like to bandy about that word indiscriminate, because resistance rockets are, in most cases, fairly indiscriminate in the way they fly. But isn't it fair to say the 1- and 2-ton bombs that are being dropped on entire neighborhoods, on hospitals, on kindergartens, on UN shelters where people are taking sanctions and where they have the coordinates for these shelters, and they're being targeted? Is that not a little bit indiscriminate? Friends, we have to harness this just anger and the love that we have for Palestinians and for all life, and we need to work harder. It really isn't enough for me to be screaming on a platform and for us to be chanting. We need to take our energies and support all forms of resistance. All forms are legitimate, and we have to remember that. People who are trapped in 360 square kilometers, who have been deprived since the last 8 years of all basic necessities of life, whose water is 95% undrinkable, whose sewage runs in the streets, whose farmers and fishers are gunned down as if they are not human. These people are suffering, and they have every damn right to resist by their means. And we have to make that legitimate. We have to legitimize that in our media and in our parliament, because right now it's not being legitimized and it is enshrined in international law. So let's raise up our voices. Resistance is existence!